Emerson! Today we take a deeper look into the sexual assault allegations made against U.S. Senate candidate Roy Moore.
Plus, we had the latest on the Trump campaign's secret conversations with WikiLeaks.
And the United States Army is loosening its restrictions for recruitment.
All that and more today, Wednesday, November 15th. Good morning, I'm Ross Ketschke.
And I'm Maegan Cullinan. Today we will be interviewing the producers of the Hidden Lantern Festival and later a very special performance from Emerson's very own a cappella group, the Treblemakers.
Then catch Kate Nelson for tips and tricks on Thanksgiving dorm decor.
And journey with us to the U.S. premiere of Emerson student Noah Espinola's first feature film.
We definitely have a packed show for you today. Let's begin with this morning's top headlines. A second woman has come forward claiming Republican Senate candidate Roy Moore sexually assaulted her when she was 16. Beverly Young Nelson told reporters yesterday the former Alabama judge groped and assaulted her when she was working at a restaurant in the 1970s. Last week, the Washington Post published another woman's account claiming Moore made unwanted advances on her when she was only 14. Moore called these allegations a witch hunt and, despite pressure from both sides of the aisle, has refused to drop out of December's special election. The allegations against Moore are the latest in a string of high-profile sexual assault allegations against public figures, including President George H.W. Bush, movie producer Harvey Weinstein, and journalist Mark Halperin. Moore faces off against the Democrat Doug Jones on December 12th for Alabama's vacant Senate seat in Washington.
On Monday, Donald Trump Jr. publicly said he had communications with WikiLeaks during the 2016 presidential campaign. The president's oldest son shared screenshots of 3 conversations he had with the infamous leak publishing website on Twitter. According to investigators, Trump Jr. also told high-level campaign officials, including Steve Bannon and Jared Kushner, about these communications. In the threads, WikiLeaks asked Trump Jr. about releasing his father's tax returns and encouraged the Trump campaign to not concede if they were to lose to Hillary Clinton. They also suggested his father should make WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange the U.S. ambassador to Australia. Assange has been in political asylum inside the Ecuadorian embassy in London since 2012. Officials say Trump Jr. overturned these communications as part of the Robert Mueller investigation. Assange could not confirm or deny WikiLeaks communications with the president's son.
The U.S. Army is lifting some of its enlistment bans to help meet their recruitment quota. In August, the branch quietly decided to allow individuals with histories of self-harm, mental illness, and drug abuse to enlist for service. These lax requirements come as the military expects to be under their recruitment quota by 80,000 troops in 2018. In the last year, the Army has also accepted recruits with lower aptitude scores and issued a record numbers of waivers for past drug use. The decision is particularly troubling following the mass shooting in Texas earlier this month. A discharged member of the Air Force with a history of mental illness killed 25 people during a Sunday church service. The Army says recruits will be required to provide a detailed history of their medical records and psychiatric evaluations.
On Monday, the Russian state media network RT met Justice Department demands and registered as a foreign agent. Last week, the DOJ told Russian language network that they needed to register or could face criminal charges. Despite completing the registration, officials from the Kremlin told American reporters they plan to challenge the order in court. In a statement on Monday, Acting Assistant Attorney General Dana Boente said Americans have a right to know about foreign entities inside the country working on behalf of other governments. This development comes in the midst of a federal investigation into Russian efforts to influence the 2016 presidential election.
Well, on my way in this morning, it definitely started to feel like winter out there. Let's head outside to Giuliana Bruno, our weather correspondent, for a look at how it's looking. How's it looking, Giuliana?
Thanks, Ross and Maegan. How would you guys feel about a snowy Thanksgiving? Too soon? Not soon enough? Well, here in Boston, we won't have to worry about that. Looks like we won't have a white Thanksgiving this year, but it will be cold and windy. So make sure you grab that hot chocolate and bundle up with your loved ones on Turkey Day. Moving on to today's forecast, skies are mostly sunny with temperatures in the upper 30s to mid 40s. Moving on to the rest of the week, it'll be just as chilly with clouds and periods of rain throughout the day tomorrow. Things will clear up by Friday and we'll have sunny skies again, but by Saturday and Sunday, things will be rainy and gloomy once again. That's all I have for weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Hope you're staying warm out there, Giuliana. When we come back, another celebrity pregnancy? Jose is here to tell us more.
And later we'll be joined by Emerson's own The Treblemakers for a very special performance. We'll be right back after this short break.
Oh my god! Sam, come here, you're gonna wanna see this.
Oh my god, is that true?
Yeah, the incoming freshmen don't know jack diddly squat about the town they're gonna live in.
This is bad. Very bad.
What are we gonna do about it?
We're getting the band back together.
This is Cassie, talk to me. So we're getting the band back together!
I'm the good tourism host,
And I'm the bad tourism host.
and you're gonna tell us what you know about having fun in Boston, right? Freaking now.
I'm so confused. You guys supposed to be like cops?
We're getting the band back together.
You know we left the band a long time ago.
There's nothing you can say to get us to join the band again.
You know, we're just getting the band back together.
Welcome back, band.
Glad we brought you guys back together.
So are we like actually gonna play music or?
We're here to promote our new show, Jump in the Air, Freeze Frame, and have fun.
Oh, heck yeah!
Let's go!
Be sure to watch Backyard Boston on the Emerson Channel!
Welcome back. We're here with our entertainment correspondent, Jose. What are we talking about today?
So today we got the scoop about Jordan Sparks' pregnancy, the first ever hijab-wearing Barbie, and Lupita Nyong'o's slam of Grazia magazine. So, Jordan Sparks recently eloped with her boyfriend Dana Isaiah in July. And if you didn't know that, just wait until you hear that they're expecting a child in the spring. So, Sparks says that the two are really proud to be married to each other and celebrating this. So, are you guys excited about this news as I am? What are your thoughts? Do you miss her American Idol days?
I mean, it's been a while since
has
she's
been
been
a
really
while.
Glory
popping
days of
around.
American Idol. Is it still going on? Like, I don't even know. Haven't heard
Coming
about
back to
American
ABC.
Idol star
Yeah,
in
it
a
is.
while.
Yeah, no,
I'm
it-
definitely happy for her, though. It's really cool.
Yeah, no, and it was like such an amazing thing. Like I miss her No Air Battlefield classics.
Classics, yes. I have a question for you, if you can clarify this.
Yeah.
How did she get, like, what was her engagement story? Was it, like, in the ocean?
Yeah, so they eloped in Hawaii, and it was like a last minute thing. So yeah, it was just a really like interesting story about their non-traditional marriage. So next story, the first ever hijab-wearing Barbie was announced at Glamour Women of the Magazine Summit on Monday. So this Barbie is a part of the Barbie Shiro program, which recognizes small female figures. So the Barbie was modeled after Olympian fencer Abdihaj Muhammad, and who made history in 2016 for being the first Muslim American athlete to compete in a hijab. So what do you guys think about this? Do you think Barbie's on the right track towards inclusivity and diversity?
I totally agree. I mean, do you know how hard it is to fence with the screen in front of you, let alone a hijab on the side, too?
True.
I mean, it's very impressive. She's well deserving of a Barbie.
And it's good on Barbie to be, keeping up with the curve of the changing times and the, ever-growing people being just more socially aware. And it's showing people there's a lot of different ways that beauty can be perceived in a kid for
Oh,
a
that's
kid's
absolutely
toy.
true, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still waiting on like the plus size Barbies because like Barbies still have the slim figures and it's like, that's things that little girls play with. So I feel like they need more average.
That's very true.
Right, yeah. So the toys, I mean, children are impressionable. Everybody knows that. So it's
Yeah.
important that the toys that people are playing with reflect that.
Exactly. So actress Lupita Nyong'o slammed Grazia magazine over their decision to edit out her natural hairstyle and make her head appear shaped. She commented on Instagram saying that she grew up thinking light skin and straight silky hair were standards of beauty. She continues, I now know that my dark, kinky, coily hair is beautiful too. She hoped that being on the cover of a magazine would help other people who are struggling with their self-image. So what are your opinions on this edit? Do you think Nyong'o's criticisms were valid?
I think her criticisms were very valid, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, if she was coming in expecting the magazine shoot to go one way and present it how she perceived herself to be beautiful, and then when she sees the publication it's something different, that would make anybody upset.
Yeah.
I think it's a straight power move by the photo editor. You do that, take it off, and then have to present it to her.
Yeah, and it was just like, I think her message was really powerful to people with like curly hair, because like me as someone with curly hair, like I've really struggled with the self-image of that. So I just think her message was really powerful and empowering to other people like that.
Yeah, well, it's important that she came out and made that public as well. Well, it's been great chatting with everybody. We certainly learned a lot today. And now we're going to toss it over to Brenna as she covers the premiere of Emerson freshman Noah Espinola's first ever feature film called To Grow. Check it out.
We are here at Emerson's Paramount Theater, where freshman Pedro Noah Espinola just premiered his movie To Grow at the Bright Family Screening Room.
First few sponsors were really tough because we didn't really have much. We only had like a couple scenes shot, so we really we didn't have much to show them. Really, we banked on the concept of this being a film made by young people, because in Paraguay's population is overwhelmingly made up of young people, and so people tend to get behind projects that are by young people. There's a sentiment that people want young people to succeed, so we went in and saying this is a project made by young people, which is true. Our oldest crew member is 21 and youngest 16, so we're all within that age range. Paraguayan films so far have all been the same. If anyone's ever seen a Paraguayan film, first of all, I love you for having watched one. They're all about poverty, and Paraguay has an overwhelming poverty situation, and it really is a reality of our country. But we really wanted to show Paraguayans that there's other realities, because all Paraguayan films have been so glim, so sad. So we wanted to show something different, have something more colorful, have something funner. Show like the nice parts of the city and not just show the ugly parts, because that's really been the trend with Paraguayan movies. And so we wanted to offer something different to Paraguayan audiences, and that was really our goal. And yeah.
It was a simple coming of age story, but the characters were really likable, and they had like some like great comedy moments in there, and it was a really fun time.
Yeah, it's definitely really cool to know that like we are actually in a pool of people that are actually creative and are actually pursuing their dreams, rather than just being like a stagnant body of kids here, because I know that happens at a lot of schools.
So what I'd really stress on our press tour in Paraguay, and I'm going to stress right now, is that you can really do anything. Information is readily available nowadays. It's on your phone. You can look up, really figure out how to start your own business, how to write music, how to make a film. You can do it all by yourself. As long as you really have that desire to work hard and you really love what you're going to do and what you want to do, I'd say don't give up on your projects so easily. We wanted to give up towards the beginning, but we went through. We followed through, and that's my biggest takeaway: is follow through with your projects. Don't give up on them so easily. Follow through. Don't give up.
Well, we certainly wish Noah the best of luck with all his endeavors, and we cannot wait to see more of his future projects. For Good Morning Emerson, this is Brenna Epstein.
Welcome back. I'm joined now by the co-presidents of Emerson Acapella Group, the Troublemakers, Alice Yuan and Eric Anderson. We're so excited to have you joining us today. Thank you a lot for coming on. Tell me a little bit about the Troublemakers. How long has the group been around, and when did you both get involved?
So the Emerson Troublemakers were actually founded in the fall of 2011 by Emerson alums Matt Kyle and Paige Erker, and it originated because they auditioned for the other a cappella groups and like re-auditioned and didn't get in, and so they were like, we're gonna make our own a cappella group. And spring of 2015 was when we were finally SGA recognized. Mm-hmm. So.
And what kind of music does the group perform? You guys do originals, covers, a mix of both?
We do, everything we do is covers, but we cover a lot of different types of music genres. So we like to dip into like the alternative music. So we've done songs by Alt J, but we also like to do popular songs. So like right now we're doing Finish Line by Chance the Rapper, as well as a mashup of Hozier songs, things like that. But we've also done classics. So like right now we're also doing I Wish by Stevie Wonder. Mm-hmm. So we're kind of all over the place, but we're mainly doing covers.
Great. And so what is the process of becoming a treble like? I mean, tell me how you each were able to get involved with the organization.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, usually every semester, based off the amount of members we have in the group, we'll hold auditions. And the auditions are open to anyone that's a current undergraduate student of Emerson can come out, audition. They'll have like a verse and a chorus of a song ready. They'll perform it for us. If we like it, we'll ask them to the callback and get them into the group. It's pretty much the same thing every year, but sometimes we don't hold auditions. So I think like 2 semesters ago, we didn't have enough people leave the group that really required auditions. So we kind of just stuck with who we have. But yeah, it's basically the audition process like any other org.
Mm-hmm. And one last quick question. Where can students come see you perform?
We perform, well, we always have an open mic and always have a final concert of the semester. So those are our 2 biggest performances. But we also have a lot of other performing opportunities, such as Good Morning Emerson. We performed at Center Stage with WECB as well. Etc. Yeah, stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show with us today. We cannot wait to hear from you and the rest of the Trebles in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more GME right after this. Welcome back. I hope you're in the mood for some turkey and pumpkin pie because right now Kate Nelson's going to show us how to decorate your dorm for Thanksgiving. Check it out.
Hey, good morning, Emerson. It's me, Kate Nelson, your demo segment host, and today we're talking about Thanksgiving. We're going to be talking about how to decorate your dorm, if you should decorate your dorm, and pretty much everything involving Thanksgiving. And we all know the most important part of Thanksgiving is, really saying thank you. So we just want to say thank you to all of you people at Good Morning Emerson and all of you viewers at home who are watching us right now. I'm going to ask a few people what they feel about Thanksgiving and if they're going to be planning on decorating their dorms a little bit. Are you going to decorate your dorms at all, or are you going to leave that to, when you go home?
I don't know. I don't think we're decorating our dorms.
Might now.
We should now. We all live together, so I don't think so.
Are you going to decorate your house a little bit and get in the holiday spirit?
I'm thinking about it, if the funds allow me to. I'm going to have a giant turkey on my front door.
Are you guys planning on decorating your dorm at all, getting a little holiday spirit in there, or are you just going to go home and experience the decorations there?
I think I'm going to go home where my mom will decorate and I don't have to do the work. Okay. Yeah.
If you don't think I'm going to make time for crafting, you don't know me.
Now we're going to head inside and get to work doing some decorating of our own. We're here in a dorm today, and we have a lot of really cool decor to show you. We got my turkey friend here. Emerson College doesn't allow candles in the dorm, but candles give off a great ambiance. They really set the scene in a really nice way. So we found a nice loophole to this rule with these candles that are literally just battery powered, and you can turn them on and you can create the exact same ambiance of a candle without the risk of a flame. And then in addition to that, we are going to be creating a turkey out of construction paper, paint, and some tape. And we're going to just attach it to the front of this door here so that everyone walking by the suite knows that this is a Thanksgiving-themed dorm. So we didn't need a lot of materials for this really nice project we've just created. All we needed was some plain white paper, some paint, but you could honestly use colored pencils, crayons, or markers to color in your little turkey here, and then just scissors and tape. And it was incredibly simple, incredibly easy, and put together quite fast, so it's not going to take too much time out of your busy Emerson College schedules to get a little festive, you know what I'm saying? And I think it looks pretty good, don't you? What we learned today is that decorating our dorms doesn't have to be super expensive, and it can be super easy. And you can create like a really, really nice looking final product here. Also, a bunch of Emerson students are really excited for Thanksgiving, as am I, as is Good Morning Emerson. So thank you very much. I'm Kate Nelson, and this has been the demo segment.
Thank you, Kate. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to use your advice to get into that Thanksgiving spirit, right, man?
Absolutely.
But now I want some pumpkin pie. But I guess a cup of Joe will have to do the trick. Ooh. Here's Joe with your weekly sports update.
Guys, a lot has happened recently in the sports world, so let's get started on the baseball diamond. Although the season ended a few weeks ago, Major League Baseball is releasing their yearly awards this week. On Monday, the MLB announced their Rookie of the Year awards. 2 sluggers took home the hardware, as Dodgers first baseman Cody Bellinger and Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge were unanimous first-place Rookie of the Years. The pair hit an astounding 91 home runs this season, but they also set a record number of strikeouts. Second place in the AL was Boston outfielder Andrew Benintendi. Another major award was announced Tuesday as Paul Molitor of the Twins and Diamondbacks skipper Torey Lovullo won American League and National League Managers of the Year. The MVP and top pitcher will be named later this week. Front runners for the MVP are Giancarlo Stanton of the Marlins and Jose Altuve of the Astros, with the Cy Young race leaders being Indians flamethrower Corey Kluber and Los Angeles ace Clayton Kershaw. And now moving to soccer, the president of Italian football remarked in September that failure for his country to qualify in the World Cup would be, quote, an apocalypse. Well, the world ended for Italy on Monday night, as the Blues had countless opportunities to score, but played to a draw against Sweden, falling on aggregate 1-0. They are now sitting on the sidelines with the US and Belgium, while the rest of the world will head to Russia for soccer's biggest tournament next summer. And back here at Emerson, the men's and women's hoops teams kick off their seasons this week. Women's basketball is set to host Gordon tonight at 7 p.m., and the men will travel to Newberry for their first game on Saturday to take on Newberry. Both teams have their sights set on the NEWMAC playoffs and will have a slew of home games coming up. So check out ECS on social media for a full schedule. Go Lions. Now back to Ross and Maegan.
Hey guys, we are here with Susie Hicks and Ellie Penfield-Sire, executive producers of Emerson's Hidden Lantern Festival. I love it. I'm excited about it. Love the festival. Tell me how you came up with the idea. Where'd you get the name from? Tell me the original origin story of this great festival.
Well, we met at the castle and
cool.
we're biking around, well, if you know the castle at all.
That's cool.
And just talking about how we had both been affected by mental illness and friends being affected by suicide. So Susie actually had this really amazing idea of having an arts festival, and I said, so why aren't you gonna do it? And I kind of just pushed her into the idea and told her I would have her back and help her create this platform for people to share their stories.
Well, it's a good thing you did. It's turned out to be like a really amazing thing. What's the process like once you have this idea? How do you move forward with it? How do you get it recognized and get it really started?
So we started last semester with just Ellie and I, and then we hired a team of 10. And we couldn't book any space because we weren't under an org, so we just booked a Walker classroom and booked out pretty much the whole floor of Walker 2 and had a performance in one room, fine art in the other room, food in one room. And it worked so well that we actually got sponsored by Active Minds.
Oh,
and
very cool.
Yeah, so we got funding this semester, and we have now 5 venues that are real performance venues, and we can have all of the art there. And we got over 70 submissions, so we have 70 artists showing their work this semester.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Where does Hidden Lantern, the name itself, come from?
It used to be Project WOW, which came from a speech that Susie had heard, and we liked the idea of like, wow, we're so happy to be here in the moment. And that was actually already taken by another organization out there in the universe.
Women of Worship.
Women of Worship. So we decided to look to different names, and we liked the idea of light, and we liked the idea of like illuminating a space. And so Hidden Lantern came. We spent a long time trying to figure it out.
We spent a really long time. So the way that we figured out the name is that everyone has a light inside of them, but when you have a mental illness or you're feeling really depressed, it's hard to see that yourself. So one of our taglines is, everyone has a light inside of them and we're here to help it shine.
I love that. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. It was great to have you guys. I love the festival. Everyone be sure to go check it out. Now let's head over to Ross with a special performance from the Troublemakers.
Thank you very much, Megan, and thank you guys for coming in. We hope the festival goes great. I'm joined now by the Troublemakers. They're going to be playing us out today with their cover of All Time Low. Take it away, Trebles.
Low, yeah, yeah. I was the knight in shining armor in your movie. Well, put your lips on mine and love the aftertaste, and now I'm a ghost. I call your name, you look right through me. You're the reason I'm alone and masturbate. I've been trying to fix my pride, but that shit's broken. That shit's broken, yeah. Lie, lie, lie. I tried to hide, but now you know it. That I'm at an old time. Low, 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 low. I was the prototype, like 3 stacks on that CD. An example of the perfect candidate now. All your girlfriends say that you don't want to see me. You're the reason that I just can't concentrate. I've been trying to fix my pride, but that shit's broke. That shit's broken, that shit's broken. Oh, lie, lie, lie. Tried to hide, but now you know it. That I'm at an old time. Low, 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 low. Cause I've been trying to fix my pride, but that shit's broken. That shit's broken. And now I say lie, 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 lie. I try to hide, but now you know it. That I'm at an old time. Low, 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 low.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much, Troublemakers, for joining us today. And thank you so much for waking up with us today. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. For Good Morning Emerson, I'm Ross Ketschke.
And I'm Maegan Cullinan. Those are the Troublemakers. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Enjoy your break and have a happy Thanksgiving.
All right. Yeah, that was awesome.